2025 was just a trying year. This time last year, I was trying to work it out with my baby daddy. Like, I don't got time to be messing with somebody and then 2 weeks later, they ended up married. Yes. And I never knew he was engaged. Elevation, refinement, and discipline. Like they said, the dating pool has piss in it. They ain't never lied. I don't got time to be crying over the same shit that I was crying over the year before. Okay? What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Happy 2026. It is a new year. This is the first Chit Chat Get Ready With Me of the year. So I'm excited. I hope everybody enjoyed all of their holidays. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Whatever it is that you celebrate, I just hope you enjoyed your holidays. I definitely did. If you're new here, my name is Jazz. If you're not new here, then welcome back, my girl. And this video, like I said, it's just gonna be a little chit chat, get ready with me. I'm just gonna be talking to y'all, a little bit about, what to expect, some New Year's goals of mine and things like that. So it's not gonna be too much. I already have my eyebrows done off camera, and we're probably just gonna do like a drugstore everyday makeup look, something slight, not too much. But I just wanted to come and talk to y'all and tap in. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. My face is already moisturized, and I also did just spray and sprayed with some Mario Badescu facial spray. So that's already done. So we can go ahead and get into it. So I'm just go ahead and prime my face. But with that being said, I enjoyed my holidays, y'all. My Christmas was pretty good. I can't complain. As far as my gifts, I got most everything I asked for. Like, I feel like I didn't really ask for much. So whatever I did ask for, I did get. And I am going to do a separate video showing what it is that I did get for Christmas. So stay tuned for that. But overall, my Christmas definitely was good. And I just feel like I was definitely ready for the new year to come in. Like, I was so ready for 2026 to come in. I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely feel like 2025 took a toll on a lot of us. Like, 2025 was just a trying year. I don't know if anybody else feel like that, but I definitely feel like that. So when the new year came in, I definitely was happy. But it still feels like it was still a lot going on, like between the end of 2025 coming into 2026. Like, it still was a lot. For those of y'all who don't know, I did lose my grandmother May of 2025, and then after that, I also lost one of my uncles on my mom's side as well. A few days before Christmas, I believe he died the 17th, December 17th or 19th, something like that. And then the day after Christmas, on the 26th, I had another cousin that passed away, and his funeral ended up being January 3rd. So it was like we couldn't even get through the first week of Christmas without, having to attend a funeral. And I just feel like lately we've been suffering like a lot of loss. And then after that, after his funeral, I've also had 2 additional deaths in my family as well. So I had my cousin's husband, he passed away suddenly within the last week. And then also my grandmother on my dad's side, her brother, of course, my uncle, passed away recently too. So I've already had 2 deaths in the year of 2026 already, without even getting out of the month of January, and then, taking some major losses last year. So it definitely is a lot. I know, like, after my cousin's funeral on January 3rd, like later that night, I definitely had a breakdown, just feeling like my family was falling apart, And I feel like a lot of people probably feel like that. Like, if you suffer a major loss in your family, and, some of those family members, like, of course, every loss is going to be devastating. But, when you lose certain people, it just feels like your family is never going to be the same. So, with me losing my Nana, that was the first grandparent that I've ever lost. My other 3 grandparents are still living. So that was like, my first loss that was like really, really like close to home and close to me. So losing her was a big deal. And then losing our cousin, it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot on me. It's been a lot on our family. So, we're just trying to deal with that and deal with the grieving process, because it is not easy. Like, feeling like your family is falling apart. Like, I know I've been reminiscing, like just having flashbacks of like my childhood, and like some good times that I had when I was a child, and just feeling like the best days are behind me. Like my childhood is gone, my nana is gone. Like, it kind of, in a weird way, it kind of feels like, looking back on like my childhood memories and then now, it kind of feels like I'm living a different life. Like, the life that I remember as far as my childhood seems like a different life or a different person than now. And it's like, I have to realize and come to the realization, it's like, it's not that it's a new life, it's a different chapter of my life. And I think that's, a lot to deal with, because it's like, I have to get used to the version of myself that I am that I am or that I will be, when I have certain losses in my family. Like, I was one person when my grandmother's here, and now that my grandma's not here, like, that's a different version of me. It's just like, coming into different versions of yourself and learning how to cope with certain things. So it's definitely a lot. But I feel like for the most part, I've been handling it pretty well. And, just trying to stay positive, just trying to stay focused on, my priorities and things like that. So that has been going on. But, coming into 2026, I definitely feel like my goals, like, I definitely have some goals. Hold on, let me find out what foundation I want to put on, y'all. I think I might do Milani. I think we might just do Milani. I had to color correct, y'all. My face is doing a lot better as far as like breakouts and stuff. And I've come to the realization that my breakouts are definitely hormonal, because I notice, like, whenever I get breakouts, it's usually around the time that my cycle starts. And it's like, my breakouts are usually always in the same place. So it's like, I have some new dark marks from here recently, this new spot that I just covered up, and these are some dark spots that are actually like lightening up and starting to go away. But overall, like, my face has gotten better. But yeah, it's definitely hormonal breakouts that be causing these dark spots on my face. But anyway, yeah, with 2026 coming in, like, I definitely have, some goals that I want to accomplish. Like, I don't have any like real specific goals, like, oh, I want to get this done or anything for 2026. But I think like 3 things that are really important to me in 2026. Like, the first one is definitely, I would say, elevation. And when I say elevation, I'm talking about just elevation in all different aspects, of myself. So mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, those are things that I definitely want to focus on. Because I feel like I still have a long way to go. Like, I have come a long way when it comes to certain things, but I still have a long way to go. So like, when it comes to emotional elevation, like, I definitely want to stop allowing people that don't deserve, my attention, or, my energy, my emotions. Like, I got to stop letting people have that power over me. So it's like, I definitely want to elevate when it comes to that, and stop allowing people to have this power over me, like people that have hurt me. And I know that can be easier said than done, because, sometimes you can't help but to internalize like things that have happened to you, and then they just come out in a different way. But it's like, when it comes to things like that, that's something that you do have to kind of be more intentional on trying to work on, because like, people will really bring you down. They will really like drag the worst out of you. They will really drag you down. It's like these people don't even deserve your energy, baby. They don't even deserve your time. So it's like I gotta stop letting people have that power over me and get that type of energy out of me, because it's not worth it. They're not worth it. And it's like, with that being said, I still do see growth in me emotionally, like from my 20s coming into my 30s. It's like they say, them 30s hit different. That's the truth. Them 30s definitely hit different, because it's like, I'm 30 now. It's certain shit that I'm just not going to be tolerating, you know? So I definitely have found growth as far as like, it's not necessarily, I've never been the one who's like good at cutting people off, or I've never been the type of person who was good at cutting people off or like saying goodbye or ending relationships or anything like that. But as I get older, as time goes on, I realize that it's gotten easier for me to let people go. And that's because I start to realize, and the longer it goes on, because me, I'm the type of person that like, I will give somebody, like, especially like when it comes to like a romantic relationship or something like that. And I'm sorry if I keep leaning to the side, y'all, but I'm looking in the mirror off to the side. But I will give a man multiple chances. But it's just like, when you keep showing me the same pattern, I don't have a choice but to move on, because you're consistently showing me who you are. And if who you are and your actions are not aligning with who I am and what I want, like, you need to go. And it's like, at some point, love is just not enough. Like, is definitely not enough. Words are not enough. Like, I need action, you know. And if I'm not getting that, then you have to go. So it's like, I definitely want to, you know, elevate emotionally. Like, I know this time last year, I was trying to work it out with my baby daddy, and, you know, come to find out, he won't even trying to work on a relationship. Like, I don't got time to be messing with somebody and then 2 weeks later they ended up married. Yes. Baby daddy ended up married 2 weeks after messing with me. Like, stuff like that. Like, that's a whole nother story for another time. But it's just like, y'all, people really be trying it. And then they look at you like you crazy when you feel some type of way, or you call them out on what they do wrong. Like, no. You're not going to sit here and try to play in my face. You're not going to disrespect me. Like, no. So, like, leveling up emotionally, not letting people having power over me, like, that's definitely important to me in 2026, because I don't got time to be crying over the same shit that I was crying over the year before. Okay? I don't got time to be crying over no man, whether it's my baby daddy or whether it's not. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. If you're not coming into my life with intention and showing me, you know, what your intentions are with me, and, you know, what you bring to the table as a man, you gotta go. You gotta go. So, you know, elevating emotionally, you know, spiritually as well. I want to get back to, you know, reading my sermons, watching my sermons and reading my scriptures and doing stuff like that. Elevating mentally, just like, you know, my mindset and things like that. So elevation is definitely one of the words that's important to me this year, elevating. The second word I would say is refinement. And when I say refinement, I'm talking about just overall, like, certain areas of my life, because I feel like a lot of things that I have, or where I am in my life right now, like, I'm doing very well. You know, I'm established. I, you know, take care of myself. I take care of my son. But in certain areas, I do want to refine myself. So, like, I have a career, but I know that there's things, you know, when it comes to me working and handling my career, that I could do better. So it's like, I want to refine, you know, certain aspects of myself professionally. I want to refine certain things as far as, like, you know, my parenting, you know, being more intentional, you know, with my child, as far as activities and things that we do, spending time with him. I mean, of course I spend time with him, but, you know, just being more intentional as far as, like, you know, activities, outside activities with him, things like that. Refining, you know, my attitude, because, y'all, I'm a Leo, if y'all don't know. You know, us Leos, like, we definitely can be aggressive and, you know, rough at times. And I'm aware of that. Like, one thing about me, I'm very self-aware. So I know that. So it's like, I definitely want to refine certain things when it comes to me as a woman and as an individual, as a career person. So I definitely want to do that. The last one is definitely discipline, because I lack discipline when it comes to certain things. So it's like discipline, like as far as daily schedules and things like that. I definitely want to become more refined and disciplined with that. Discipline with like goals that I set for myself. So yeah, I would say the 3 words that are definitely important to me this year are definitely elevation, refinement, and discipline. And I'm looking forward to this year. I just feel like I have a lot of things to accomplish, especially when it comes to my channel. And speaking of my channel, so we are at 90 subscribers and that means we're 10 subscribers away from having 100 subscribers. And I am so excited, y'all. Like, there was once upon a time, I never thought that I would be brave enough to start my YouTube channel. So it was like the fact that there's 90 of you guys who are subscribed to me, and there's other people who, you know, may watch my content. You may not be subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's free, baby. Click the subscribe button, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video, because we're trying to grow this channel. But the fact that, you know, there's 90 of you as of right now that are interested in my channel, that are subscribed, like, that makes me so happy. So I definitely have goals for my channel as far as consistency and, you know, new content, of course. You know, and just leveling up on my YouTube, So that's definitely something I want to do. With that being said, I did want to mention, as far as my community tab, if you are subscribed to me, if you're not subscribed to me, then of course I would love you to subscribe. I hope you stay. I hope you enjoy what you see and you stay with us and you join the family. But my subscribers, if you are subscribed to me, I need you guys to comment below and tell me whether you guys can see my community tab, because I've done a couple of posts. I know the first one, I've also mentioned this in the previous video that I posted, but I know on the first community post that I did, it wasn't active, so I don't think anybody could see it. But then I did another one, but I'm not sure whether anybody could see it. So I do want you guys to comment down below and tell me whether you can see my community tab or not, because I want to make sure that you guys are able to interact with me and that you're seeing what I post. So if you can do that, that would be great. So make sure y'all are dropping those comments and let me know whether y'all can see my community tab or whatnot. And then as far as my channel, I've also been thinking about possibly bringing budgeting content to the channel. And I would like to know, is there anybody who is interested in budgeting content? Because I do budget. I currently do the cash envelope method, and I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for 1.5 years. And I do feel like this past year, 2025, is when I was able to do it for the first time for the full year. And I do feel like it definitely helped me as far as like having money saved for holidays and events. Stop poop. So it definitely helped me as far as saving money and, you know, being prepared for upcoming events and holidays and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know if that's something y'all are interested in. And, you know, that way I can decide whether that's something that I want to do and whether that's something that's worth bringing to the channel. Because I really enjoy the cash budgeting method, and budgeting is definitely a part of my everyday life. Because Lord, we need a budget. We gotta make sure that we can maintain this lifestyle, baby. But yeah, what else? Yeah, I don't know. Dating. Y'all, dating. I can't even say that I'm really dating, because when's the last time somebody asked me on a date? Like, it's not that like I'm not talking to people, you know, and doing what I do, but it's like I'm also ready to meet like a different caliber of man this year, you guys. Like, I haven't actually like met anyone. I haven't actually met anyone, you know, and I felt was like really like intentional about like dating or anything like that in a while. So it's like, where are the men who actually, you know, take women on dates and things like that? Like, it just seems like it's so hard to find it, to find that these days. And I don't know why. It's just like, you know, and I mean, I guess I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing it as of right now because I know it's going to be in God's time, because every time, you know, we try to do something on our time, or like just speaking for myself, every time I try to do something on my time, it don't work out how I want it to work out. So it's like, at this point, the best thing to do is wait on God's time. But, you know, I just want to go out and be able to meet new people, meet different people, see what is out there. Because honestly, deep down, I still do have hopes of becoming a wife one day, and, you know, having the family and stuff like that. But I need the right man. I need the right man. And it just seems like, y'all, I don't know. Like they said, the dating pool has piss in it. They ain't never lied. They ain't never lied, because what the helly? This shit is really sad. It's really sad. But I'm not stressing it. Like, you know, I have, you know, I do have some attention. I don't know what you want to call it. I have some attention. I'm going to just say that. I have some attention, but it's still not giving what I wanted to give. So, yeah, I'm very straightforward. And I feel like y'all haven't really got a good chance to like really exceed like my full personality yet. Because I feel like for me, it's hard to like just set up the camera and, you know, like just catch me in the moment. Like when I have the camera set up, it's because like I'm doing something, and I want to be able to like set the camera up more so y'all can actually like hopefully get glimpse of like my actual personality and stuff. Cause y'all, when I tell y'all I am funny, like I'm funny, I'm straightforward. I honestly cuss like a sailor, but I be trying to keep it, you know, respectful up here and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as like dating and stuff, y'all, like I said, I can't really say that I'm actually dating because nobody has taken me on a date. I just have attention. And just kind of, I guess, seeing, you know, where that goes. But I honestly am looking for something. I'm ultimately looking for something serious. Like, I do want to be a wife one day. I still have a desire to be a wife. But I know there's still healing I have to do, because when I tell y'all, I have been through a lot. Like, I've been through a lot with my baby daddy. Okay? Like I said, y'all, that man literally ended up married last year. And I never knew he was engaged. Don't get me started on that. And then my ex, not my baby daddy, but my ex, and this is the ex that I had, an ex that was in prison, if y'all don't know. And this is what made me start my channel, was when I was in that relationship. You know, I was kind of looking for like a support system, you know, of other people who were also like in prison relationships. Me and him are not together now, but me and him have been in contact since he's gotten out of prison. But so much has transpired. Since he's gotten out. And it's like a long story with him. But it's just like he's not showing me, like he says he wants to be with me, but if you're not showing me what I need to see to prove that you're actually trying to be with me, then what can I do with that? It's literally nothing I can do with that, because there's no effort. That's not showing me commitment. So, you know, I'm at the point where I'm probably like having to let that go, and that's hurtful because I actually like was in love with that man. I was in love with that man, y'all. Was very in love with that man. Held him down in prison. That ain't the right thing. What I'm looking for. Held him down in prison. But granted, I mean, I guess it is my fault because, and I could give y'all a whole story time on that whole situation, but that would be like a long ass story. Because when I tell you, me and this man, we got at this point 9 years of history, almost 9 years of history. So like it's a lot with that, and it's like hurtful when it gets to the point that you have to let go of somebody that you love because you really feel like you don't have a choice. And that hurts because like I do love him and I honestly feel like he loves me, but you know, now he has kids. He has 2 children. He ended up having 2 children when he got out. And I, you know, granted, I did have a child when he was in prison. You know, like I said, that whole situation, like it's a lot. So me just like saying excerpts is not gonna make sense. But basically, you know, it didn't last while he was locked up because there was a lot of stuff that kept us apart, and I ended up I basically ended up starting a relationship with my now baby dad. While he was in there, we had to break up. I had a child. Then when he got out, he ended up having 2 kids. But the thing is, you had 2 kids, and half the time that it took me to have 1 kid. So when he went in prison, me and him was together. When he went in prison, me and him was together. Neither one of us had kids. But by the time that was over, you know, now I have 1 child. He has 2 kids. And, you know, he's trying to be there for his kids. And he feels like he doesn't know how to basically, I don't know. How can I say it? Basically, I guess like he's having issues being away from his children because his dad wasn't there for him. So it's like, of course, I understand. I'm not saying, you know, don't be there for your kids or whatever. But if you're saying, you know, that's not where you want to be as far as like, you know, you and her are not together, you and the child's mother are not together, then people start new relationships with, you know, and have a child with somebody else every day. If you wanted to do it, you could. But, you know, if that's not your priority, that's not your priority. But I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to beg you. Like, I don't even beg my baby daddy to take care of his child. So I can't beg nobody to show me something that they're not capable or willing to show me, you know. So it's like, I'm saying all that to say that I'm at the point where I have to, you know, kind of let that go. I'm like, he's been out 3 years. We've been involved with each other on and off for 9 years. It's like an ongoing cycle, but it's not progressing. And at this point, it's not enough for me. So it's like, that's how I know I'm progressing because it's been so hard. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I slipped out of frame, y'all. This chair that I'm sitting in, it keeps sliding down, like, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is. But anyway, you know, this would have been so hard for me to let go, but it's like you keep coming back in my life and you saying you want this and you want that. You're not showing me nothing. Ain't nothing I can do with that. It's nothing that I can do with that, literally. So, you know, you just have to learn when it's time to let stuff go. Like, clearly it's not coming to fruition for a reason. So, you know, that's pretty recent. But and it's like, it's to the point, like, the cycle has been ongoing so long, y'all, that it doesn't even hurt. Like, I expect to be disappointed. And when it gets to that point, like, you just need to stop because you already know what to expect. So what are you really expecting to be different? I can't expect nothing different from him than what he's shown me, you know, and I feel like we do really love each other. I feel like we're in love with each other, but unfortunately circumstances are in the way, and unless he's able to, you know, make some sacrifices and do something different, then I just gotta let you be where you want to be or where you need to be, baby. I just can't, you know. But yeah, all of this dating and, you know, romantic stuff, it's just all like a headache. I really feel like ain't nobody loyal out here for real. Ain't nobody loyal for real. Like, I'm trying to have that 90s love, and I feel like people ain't trying to have that. It don't feel like it anyway. So, well, yeah. So that's that. What else? What else is tea? Oh yeah, now I'm working on permanent part-time at Bath and Body Works. I mentioned in some of my other videos that you know, I've done seasonal part-time at Bath and Body Works for the last 3 years, but they recently asked me to become a permanent employee. So now I have 2 jobs. So I work at Bath and Body Works, and then I have my full-time job. So I am doing that. What else? It's not really much going on, y'all. I mean, Jason is growing up. Jason will be 4. So it's like, you know, we're in the stage of still potty training. I mean, he knows how to use the potty, but, you know, he's like at that stage where he like picks and chooses when he wants to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So, you know, still in the potty training phase, still trying to get him to go number 2 in the potty. Probably time to be looking at pre-K soon, or, you know, something like that, because he'll be 5 next year and going to school. And I just can't believe, like, I'm really the mother of a 3-year-old going on a 4-year-old. Like, when did I become a mother? When did I become grown and thought I was just supposed to be out here having kids? Huh? Who told me that was that grown? Who told me that? But yeah, just being a mommy. And doing that. I want to travel somewhere this year, y'all. Like, out of the country. But I don't know if that's going to get a chance to happen. So that is one of my goals, is definitely to travel this year. And let me put some concealer on my eyes. I need to find something to do for my birthday, because I don't have any plans for my birthday this year. And I do want to go somewhere. Like, every year for my birthday, since I've been working at my job, I always end up getting a 12-day vacation. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do for my birthday, because I honestly don't want to be in North Carolina on my birthday. I do not want to be in North Carolina on my birthday. So I definitely need to try to find something to do. And, oh, I know what I wanted to mention. So y'all, I know I was talking about elevation. You know how, like, one of my goals for this year is just like elevation. And before 2026 came in, I ended up coming across this station on Apple Music. It's called Energy Shift Radio. And basically, I think it's like different artists. But the songs that I've been listening to, I think, are sung by the same woman, because they all sound like the same voice. But if you're interested or need like inspirational, spiritual, like R&B, y'all need to tap into Energy Shift Radio, okay? When I tell you, she's like, when I say queen speak, I mean talking about God, talking about basically like growth as a woman, talking about alignment, you know, being at peace, you know, and being soft in your womanhood and things like that. You guys, when I first heard that song, the first song I think I listened to is called You Are Her. You Are Her by Energy Shift Radio. There's also one called Already Her by Energy Shift Radio. Welcome to the Frequency. Just look up Energy Shift Radio and look up those songs. Y'all, if you're interested in music like that, when I tell you that music, that those songs will move you. When I tell you, I listened to two of those albums like in one day. Like I listened to the whole albums nonstop, and when I tell you, none of the songs missed. Like I liked all of the songs, and it speaks to you. Like it just speaks to like the higher level of woman that I want to be. And the fact that I came across that music like days before 2026 came in, I'm like, yes, this is definitely the music or the motivation, the guidance, like that I needed to hear going into 2026 to remind me of the type of woman that I'm trying to elevate to be. So if you're looking for some good inspiration, and the thing, it's not gospel because it says R&B. So I just think it's like inspirational, spiritual R&B, but it's like it's really nice music, you guys. Like it doesn't take away from the R&B notion of it, even though she does, mention like God and stuff like that. So Energy Shift Radio on Apple Music, definitely tap into that, because when I tell you, those songs had me crying, y'all. And I have to keep, those songs had me crying. And I don't forgot to contour my nose. And y'all, I'm just sitting here talking. I'm probably doing my stuff all out of order, but it really don't matter. Like I said, I'm just doing a simple beat. I'm not doing too much anyway, so I don't really care, honestly. I just want to, make sure that my face is looking good. And my makeup is doing good, y'all. So, yeah, if y'all comment down below, tell me how y'all's holidays were. I hope, like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays. I really do. Hope everybody was safe. I hope coming into 2026, I hope we all have a more focused mindset. And let me find out, this is not going to want to blend. Don't do that. Do not do that. Hold on, y'all. Because why does it act like you don't want to blend for real? Okay, yeah. You better blend. I'm like, don't have me out here looking crazy. And you don't want to blend. Like, come on now. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time? Anybody got time? Anybody got time for that? But yeah, I had to come and give y'all a little chit chat, get ready with me and stuff. I'm trying to think of, is there anything else I want to mention? Because like I said, I haven't really been doing much, y'all. I haven't really been doing much. I need to take down my Christmas decorations. My Christmas decorations are still up, so I definitely want to have those taken down before the month of February. And the thing is, like, my Christmas tree, I feel like it takes up so much space. Like, that's really what I'd be ready to get rid of, is take down a Christmas tree, because it takes up so much damn space. So I gotta do that. And on another note, today is, what's today? I think it's the 23rd. Yeah, I think it's the 23rd. Yeah, today is the 23rd. No, today is the 22nd. Today's the 22nd, January 22nd. And they're talking about us expecting, I guess possibly expecting some snow. And I do not want it to snow, y'all. Like, I don't be wanting snow, because then, like, I feel like I got to go out and prepare and do all this extra. Like, I don't be wanting to have to run to the store and prepare and, possibly have bad weather and can't leave the house when I want to because of the snow. Like, no. I'm hoping it does not snow. I do not want no snow. Do not need no snow. Let's see. I'm hoping it blended out okay. Then I do want to go on more solo dates. I've been slacking on my solo dates, y'all. And like if you're like a single woman or single mother, or even if you're not a single woman, even if you're not single, we still should dedicate some time to ourselves. So I do want to say, as us women, we need to start reprioritizing ourselves, you guys. Like, we deserve to pour into ourselves. We deserve to make ourselves feel happy and feel special, even if nobody else is doing it. And I feel like that's something I have to constantly remind myself, because I'm the type, like, I feel like, it's easy for people to say, like, oh, not to worry about being in a relationship and don't worry about having no man and just be happy by yourself. Like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm not going to sit here and like, I don't want somebody to, share things with. So I feel like, when you have those thoughts in your head, and if you let those thoughts consume you, like, it can become saddening. And it can become kind of like disheartening, like feeling like you're never going to find anybody or find your person. So it's like, we really got to remember to pour into ourselves, because even if nobody else is doing it, we should do it, and we're worthy of it. And I feel like I have to remind myself of that all the time, because sometimes I just don't feel like I'm worth it, honestly. And that's just me just being like totally honest and transparent. But I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that. I just have to try to make sure that I'm intentional about, doing for myself, giving to myself, believing in myself. Because I feel like it's easy to forget those things. It's easy. It's easy to forget those things. It's easy to put yourself on the back burner, especially if you're a mother. Especially if you're a single mother. Especially if you're a single mother. Let's say it again. And I don't want us to keep getting caught up in these cycles, ladies. I feel like we give a lot to everybody else, but we don't give to ourselves like we need to. We do not give to ourselves like we need to. I'm gonna get up close because I'm about to do my mascara. But we do not give to ourselves like we need to, and we deserve that. So that's another thing that I do want to try to prioritize this year, is just like pouring into myself, investing into myself, making myself happy, not worrying about men. Like, but I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all and to myself and act like, oh, I'm not gonna be worried about a man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I do want a man. I do want a man, but if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna dwell it. I'm not gonna try to dwell it. I'm not gonna, definitely not gonna force anything. Definitely not gonna force anything, but I am gonna try to live to the fullest that I can right now, and just make sure that I'm doing things that make me happy. Really. But I just wanted to come talk to you guys. I'm trying to think, is there anything else, you guys? Because like, it wasn't a lot that I had to talk about. I'm going to put some lashes on too. I'm probably going to put my lashes on off camera though. Probably going to put my lashes on off camera, so that won't take too much time. But overall, like, I really do hope 2026 has good things in store for everyone. Hope that it has good things in store for me. Like, I'm, ready to see the channel continue to grow. And I hope you guys are going to stay here with me to help it grow. If you're new here, again, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you like lifestyle, beauty, vlog content, then tap in with us. We would definitely love to have you. As of right now, of course, I'm not on a video schedule or anything like that. So I upload when I upload. But hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of every time I upload. So you won't have to wait around, because I'm really trying to make sure that I'm getting my content out this year. Seriously. We need to gain 10 more subscribers to get 100 subscribers. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Run the channel up. Run the channel up. Share the channel. Share the channel, you guys. And I'm thinking for my lip, I think I'm going to do probably something neutral. I was going to say natural, but probably something neutral. I have the camera sitting in front of my vanity mirror. So if I'm looking off to the side, I've been doing my makeup in this Hello Kitty mirror the whole time. So that's what I'm looking at over here, y'all. Ooh. Y'all, this Hello Kitty mirror is too cute. I'm not gonna put any eyeshadow, but usually if I'm doing an everyday makeup look, since I'm doing something simple, I'm gonna just do some, the same thing that I bronze with, that I contour with, is what I'm gonna use to put in my eyelids, just to give a little bit of depth. Cause I'm not trying to do too much for real, for real. But you can see the difference. You see how you see the difference in the brown right here compared to this eye. I think I'm gonna do just a neutral lip. And I'm sorry y'all see my baby in the back, y'all. And just on. And then I'm gonna take my highlighter color and I'm gonna put that on my lid. Straight like that. See, and it ain't gotta be too much. You ain't gotta do too much. This is really like my signature go-to look, like for everyday look. If I'm not trying to do nothing too much, this is literally my go-to makeup look when I'm not trying to do too much. Then I'm gonna go back in and just clean up. And I'm just cleaning up the lid with the same color that I put there initially. My contour color, my contour shade. Y'all, this chair honestly pisses me off. This chair that I'm sitting in, my vanity chair, honestly pisses me off, because why it keeps just gradually, and the thing is, like, I don't notice that I'm slid down until I feel like I'm mad low. So it's like, as I'm sliding down, I can't tell that I've slid down. So if there's been shots in this video where I'm like kind of if I'm kind of like out of screen, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's the chair. Let me just go back in and clean up this brow a little bit. And for my lip, I'm just gonna do brown lip pencil. All right, my bad, y'all. The camera died, but I finished the makeup look, so I just did my lashes off camera, and it died in the middle of me doing my lips. So I just put on a brown lip liner with some concealer. What concealer did I use? I used the LA Pro Girl in the color Fawn for my concealer, and then I put some lip gloss over it. I used the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Fudge Me on top. So that's the finished makeup look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I've said multiple times already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys have a great start to the year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.